The new-look Brooklyn Nets had the look of a high-level defensive team after an eventful trade deadline. 7 games into the new era, that has been anything but the case. Wednesday's 142-118 loss to the Knicks was the latest example of the Nets' defensive incompetence, and perhaps the most dramatic. The 142 points are the most New York has ever scored against the Nets. The Knicks poured in 81 first-half points, the most they've scored in a half since 2008 and the third most in franchise history. New York tied a franchise record for threes in a half, 14, in the win. Jalen Brunson played the most significant role in that explosion. The guard torched Brooklyn in the last matchup between the crosstown rivals, scoring 40 points on 15 of 21 shooting. That performance led Nets head coach Jacque Vaughn to identify Brunson when asked about his team's top areas of focus pregame. "The last time we played these guys, Brunson really had an amazing game," Vaughn said. "So our ability to give him more attention and different bodies is huge." That focus didn't translate to the court as Brunson lit up the Nets for 30 points on 12 of 14 shooting in the first half. He finished with 39 for the game. Quentin Grimes added 22 points on 6 of 9 shooting from 3. Julius Randle chipped in 21 more. The loss marks 4 straight for Brooklyn since returning from the All-Star break. They ranked 29th in defensive rating during that span, allowing 30-plus points in 12 of 16 quarters. The numbers are jarring for a team that added 3 high-level defensive wings in Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith. They also brought in a 6'5" point guard in Spencer Dinwiddie at the deadline. All that to a roster that already included a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Nick Claxton. Johnson was asked post-game if the team is surprised by their early defensive struggles given the strength of the roster. "I actually do, it is a surprise," he said. "Some of these teams are just hitting shots, but that's when you have to step in and ask, what kind of shots are they hitting? And how can we make them take different shots? How can we make them do things that are more uncomfortable for them? It's not something that sits well with our group because we know we should be at the very minimum a top half of the NBA defensive team." The Nets' new starting 5 boasts an average height of 6'8" and an average wingspan of 7'0". In theory, it's a unit that should be able to switch everything while challenging high-level ball handlers on the perimeter. That skill set gives Johnson confidence that his team will get where they need to be. "We've got to go back, dig into the film, see exactly what's going on, see exactly where our rotations need to be," he said. "It's tough, I know it's tough. I know it's been a lot of points we've allowed these last couple games, but I still believe in this group. I still think we have the talent. I still think we have the defensive capability to be where we need to be. I speak for myself, but I also think I also speak for the team when I say we're gonna attack this thing head-on." The criticism of Brooklyn's new-look roster following the trade deadline centered on their lack of high-level shot creators. Those worries have been justified. The Nets ranked 24th in offensive rating over their last 7 games and have struggled to produce down the stretch of multiple losses, but Vaughn pointed to defense when asked what he hopes to see from his team with 20 games left in the regular season. "We really have to take a step defensively," he replied. "We were all concerned about us scoring and putting up points. I think we have enough firepower to do that, but we have to take our defensive mindset to a different level. We have to be extremely confident and take pride in guarding the guy in front of you because that's the first part of our defense." The Nets continue a free fall in the standings with the blowout loss, moving 2 games back of the Knicks to 6th place in the Eastern Conference. Vaughn's squad is set for another difficult matchup when they travel to Boston to face the Celtics Friday. Write your opinions into the comments, it's very important to us. Thanks, see you soon.